Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Vivian, and I am a doctor specializing in mental health. I am the founder of Vibe with Viv Relationship Coaching that stands for Vision, Inspiration, Belief, and Empowerment. And what I do is I help you heal from recent and past relationship heartbreak, separation, or divorce. So if you are going through any one of those things, I would love to connect with you and be a support to you. And welcome, because this is the exact place that you should be to get all what you need to help you in your situation. So what are we going to be talking about today? Today we're going to be talking about a pastor and his wife and what unraveled to lead to the death of his wife.
If you missed the last video, I want you to pause this video right now and go watch that. We have been talking about the pastor who killed his wife, and it's a very sad and unfortunate event that happened. And at the same time, this can help save you or someone that you know, because the truth is abuse is something gradual that happens before we realize it can be a death situation that no one foresees. So the goal is to help you or someone you know to bring awareness and for you to take actions to help get yourself out of a situation such as this. And if you haven't watched the video, now's a good time to pause and go watch that so you can get caught up with what we've been talking about. Now, in the last video, we actually received a question which is really important to talk about. The person goes, what's the best way to help a friend in this kind of toxic relationship? Do you think sharing this video with them might help them understand the danger they are in? So first of all, I want to thank you so much for that question. And I'm sure there are many people who are wondering, how do you help someone in this situation? Or if you are in that situation, how do you help yourself? So first of all, as the friend, as the support, I want you to realize that your friend is in a very difficult situation right now. So they're experiencing trauma bond. And sometimes with trauma bond, it's hard for that person to realize that there is an issue. Kind of like how I talked about in the last video. Psychologically, they're in a different place. So you have to be a big support to them. You have to be able to provide them with a voice. Because sometimes they're not able to think well from themselves and they repeat the same cycle that keeps them in that unhealthy relationship. So you have to be firm in helping them have a voice in their relationship and being a support to them to help them follow through with the decisions they need to make to keep themselves safe. And then another thing is sending this video will be helpful to them. Because part of the issue is that some people, when they're in an abusive relationship, they don't realize it. So we have to bring it to their awareness. So sharing this video to them will be helpful. Having them complete that unhealthy relationship questionnaire is another helpful thing that can help them identify that they are in a toxic and unhealthy relationship. So anything that can bring awareness to their forefront and to get them to a place where they accept that their relationship is not healthy is going to be helpful. Now, further in this video, I will be providing exact steps that you or someone who is experiencing this can take, and this can also provide further support for your friend. So I hope this is helpful for you. So let's get started.
So now if you find yourself in this situation where you're feeling being threatened, abused in your relationship, and you're not sure of what to do, the first thing I want you to recognize is that those threats, those actions are real. Sometimes as women, we have a way of talking ourselves through out of situations and make it seem as if it's not really going to happen. But we don't know that. We don't know the ability of someone to actually harm you, harm someone. So take those threats as for what it really is. Don't take it lightly, because when you take it lightly, that's what happens and you may end up in a harmful situation. So recognize those threats, those actions, the abuse are real, and recognize that you don't have the ability to change that person. Sometimes we feel like we're in the changing person business. No, we cannot change someone. If that person doesn't want to change for themselves, there's nothing that you or I can do, even if we love that person, for that person to change. So once you recognize the situation it is what it is, secondly, recognize you cannot change that person, and thirdly, recognize that you've done all what you can do to make that situation work, you now have to come up with a safety plan for how you're going to safely leave that relationship. And if you're finding yourself in a place where you feel like you have no one to talk to through this, you don't have that support, there are national domestic violence hotline numbers that'll help you come up with an intervention where you can safely get out of those situations or even talk through those things. So I will put down the hotline numbers in the bottom for anyone who needs them, and they can connect you in all 50, this is for the US by the way, in all 50 states, give you access to whether it's shelters or different services that can help during this process. So there is always someone you can talk to. And now something that tends to hold people back in certain situations such as these is whether you're not sure about your housing, your car rental. So with all those things in mind, I want you to recognize that your life is more important than those things. And one of the things that needs to be set in place is a safe housing place for you to go to. So if you can identify a safe housing where this person doesn't know that you are there, that helps alleviate any chances of them, coming to attack you, coming to find you. So finding a safe house where this person cannot find you is a must. And let's say that you're having to pack your things as in the video we watched, have those support system of whether it's family or friends. Have those people do it for you. Don't go there directly and do that yourself, because now you're putting yourself in jeopardy. And with all of this, just realize that you take gradual baby steps. If you feel like you need to do all of this in one day and you become overwhelmed and stuck, that could also be where you overanalyze and then you become paralyzed because there's so much to do. So just take one baby step. Is the first thing is finding safe housing for you and your children. Find that, focus on that, find that, and then the rest of the other things will fall in place. If the focus is for you to, maybe have that conversation, if it's a safe conversation to have that. But at all means, make sure that you are protecting your safety and know that you cannot change this person. So crisis line, use that if you need to. Get safe housing if you need to. Get the support of your family or friends, whoever your support system is. Have them pack your things if they need to do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. And in all of this, there's always going to be room to start over. There is room to start fresh. It's not worth risking your life in order to maintain something that was already dead. I'm going to say that again. There's not a need to maintain something, a relationship that was already dead, because there's no way that you can change that person or save that person if that person doesn't want to do that for themselves. You have to recognize that it's done and it's finished and you've done the best you can, and there's no more changing this person can do. So let me know how these steps were helpful to you. Send me a message too. I would love to connect with you and be in support to you. If you are in the healing journey, trying to heal after going through something like this, go on info@vibewithviv.com and send me a message. I would love to get in contact with you and help support you as you heal during this journey, during this process. Just know you are never alone at all. There's always someone out there who you can talk to. All right, until next time, Vibe with Viv.